All right, and I'm back. So, last week, I mentioned this several times that we had a bunch of leaks that came out of the new upcoming Flash movie that sounded really concerning and really bad and really terrible. And so, as promised, now we will break it down and I'll give you my thoughts on whether or not I think there's any truth to them. So, let's get into it. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
All right, so full transparency here. Let me see. I'm supposed to be monitoring things. Oh my god, my internet's in the red. Okay, that's not good. Well, hopefully you'll be able to follow along with every single thing that I'm saying and it won't get cut off too much. If not, you can check the video afterwards. But I was off Monday and Tuesday. Monday I was out of town, and well, let's just say we had some. Yesterday I didn't do a show because of personal reasons. We had some family stuff that happened, and I'm not gonna get into it. Also, I kind of have a sinus infection, and so you might notice it. I don't feel like I sound like myself, and I hate it. But whatever. It sucks. My entire face hurts, but whatever. Let's talk DC, and before we talk DC, let me just give you a quick reminder that any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Super Dario World on YouTube and on Twitch, streaming live. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it now. Like, I think I'll probably do it at 5 p.m. because my schedule is about to drastically change. So probably streaming at 5 p.m. kind of right like I'm doing right now. But we'll see how that goes. It could be different. Mondays, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little bit different. It might be like 2:30, 3, I don't know. Mondays and Fridays are wild cards, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm aiming for like 5 p.m. or something like that. It really depends on my new schedule and moving forward. I guess I'll figure that one out next week. But there you go. If you want to follow me, if you want to send me something privately, you can always do that on Instagram at Super Dario World and at Dario SDW. So let's get into it. Let's get into all the big drama that happened because of the Flash. So for those of you who don't know, earlier in the year, the leaks came out of the upcoming. Well, leaks were released due to the upcoming Flash movie. Let me see, Sir Slayton. I love DC, but they're terrible at movies compared to Marvel. Yes, and so we're gonna go through all that stuff. We're gonna go through everything that they're doing and the things that don't make any sense, which is the majority of stuff. And we'll go through the leaks. And like I said, so earlier this year, leaks came out over the plot of the movie, and not just the plot of the movie, the plans for the DC cinematic universe going forward. And everybody was freaking out. Everybody was freaking out because they sounded terrible. So before we get into the leaks, I'll just get this other piece of news out of the way real quickly, and that revolves around director James Gunn. So for those of you who don't know, director James Gunn, he directed the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and he directed the newest Suicide Squad film, the reboot, which was okay. It wasn't terrible. It was mostly good. It was rated R. It was okay. I enjoyed it. And he's also in charge of the new Peacemaker TV show, which is the John Cena TV show. It airs this week. I'll probably watch it. I'll probably do a review. It depends on whether or not I love it. I will continue. But when asked if he was going to be involved in another DC project, James Gunn gave an interesting answer. So he attempted to reveal as much as possible, saying, we're stepping forward. It keeps happening. We'll see what's happening, and I'll know what's happening very shortly. I dealt with it last night and this morning. So, after being asked directly if the secret project was for television or a possible film, Gunn replied, "It's TV." There you go. So, James Gunn is confirming that he will be working on a new DC project, and it will be a new TV project. So far, DC has been doing okay, I guess, in TV shows. For the most part. I mean, the CW Arrowverse stuff, it's not something that you take too seriously, and they've been doing okay. I mean, they got the whole Arrowverse stuff, and it's very ambitious and all these things, but I guess they're looking to do more HBO Max shows, which could be pretty good. It could be pretty interesting, especially if they continue doing it rated R. I don't know. It depends. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how Peacemaker goes, because you never know. Sometimes, a movie director doesn't do so well on the TV front. But okay, that's I want to get that one out of the way, and so we can get into the leaks regarding the Flash. So like I said, I broke down the list of my most anticipated movies for 2022, and the Flash should have been in top 3. It should have been in top 3, but because of these leaks, I was officially concerned. and I'm officially concerned, and you'll see why. So, let me see. Well, I don't even remember what I even have here. I did this way too early. All right, so let me just go through all the leaks that they have here. And first off is the first leak that they have is they're claiming that Supergirl will be replacing Superman in the DC universe. So first off, I already complained about this. I hate that the Supergirl costume has pants. It looks stupid. It looks very, very stupid, and I hate it. Why are you changing an iconic costume of an iconic character? But whatever. The thing that concerns me here and that really annoys me is, that they're planning to get rid of Henry Cavill as Superman in favor of Sasha Calles, or Kales, I don't know how you say it, to be introduced as the new Supergirl. She will be the new Kryptonian following the DCCU. And so let's see. I'll come back to all this, and when it makes and I'll give you my opinions in general. Let's just say I hate most of this. Then next, Michael Keaton has been confirmed that he will be the new Batman moving forward, and so supposedly Ben Affleck, final film. Ben Affleck, done, out of there. He's no longer going to play Batman, and so it's confirmed that the new canon Batman is going to be Michael Keaton's Batman. Okay, that's number 2. Let me see what's next. Next, the Batman is actually going to be replaced by Batgirl. So the Batgirl movie is going to be introduced. Batgirl's going to be introduced, and so Batman will be training her and handing over the cape. So the new Cape Crusader, they're the new Dark Knight that will be taken over the mantle. Will be Batgirl. Next, Black Canary, specifically the actress who appeared in the movie Birds of Prey, I forget her name, Smollett something, she will be appearing in the new Batgirl movie, and supposedly she will be taking on a bigger role in the movie, and supposedly it was just going to be a cameo. Now she's going to might get her own series. Now she's going to apparently co-star in Black Canary. Co-star in Batgirl, and supposedly she will be a bigger part, again, of the DC cinematic universe moving forward. Next rumor is that Shazam will be part of the Justice League, supposedly. And let me see, what's the final part I get here? I know what the issue here. The things are wrong. Damn it. All right. Okay. Now I get why I wasn't. So there's gonna be a new Justice League, and the head of them and Shazam's gonna be part of it. And so those are the big things that are going on, right? And he's 1,000 years old. No, Michael Keaton. Yeah, I agree. So there's also rumors that there's going to be a director's cut for the Flash movie, which makes no sense because, again, the movie's not out yet. There's going to be a new Justice League. There's going to be new everything. Everything is going to be new and shiny, and they're going to basically get rid of the old. So let's start with the bad, the really bad. So first off, getting rid of Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. I think this is a terrible idea. First off, Ben Affleck, I get it. I can understand Ben Affleck. He did. I liked his Batman. I really liked his Batman. Let me see. I don't know if it's Sinville. I don't know if it's my phone or the stream's really. Yeah, my internet's it's not doing great right now. I don't know what to do. It comes in and comes out. Damn it. This is why technology sucks. So what can I do? Should I just stop and restart the router? I don't know. We'll see. It's looked like it's going up. Damn it. This stupid technology. I wish I should just do this on my phone. What can I do? You know what? You're gonna have to see the video when I load it in its entirety. I'll just probably delete this and load it in its entirety or whatever. Damn, this sucks. This is stupid. But whatever. All right, so I can't think about that. I'll focus on this. So first things that are wrong. I can understand getting rid of Ben Affleck. All right, I can totally understand it, mainly because Ben Affleck has mentioned that he's not convinced that he wants to do it anymore. He was supposed to direct the new Batman movie, but he stepped away from it. He did not want to act it because his life was kind of a mess. And I'm going to talk to you about an interview that Ben Affleck did recently. And so he revealed some pretty interesting things. And so his life was kind of a mess. I can understand him not wanting to do that role anymore. I can understand him wanting to step away. Wouldn't miss him that much because there's other options for Batman. Now, switching him for Michael Keaton, I like Michael Keaton, but that's not Batman anymore. Maybe if you're going to do specifically if you're going to specifically do like the Return of the Dark Knight, okay, but not for the Justice League. In fact, one of the big issues with the Justice League movies that Batman seemed kind of really old, like really out of there. He was really out of his depths. So switching him for Michael Keaton, who is even older, seems like a bad idea. Great actor, fantastic actor, but a bad idea. So I'd rather have Batfleck there. Now, that being said, Henry Cavill, getting rid of him is the dumbest fucking idea I've heard ever. And so this is the part that concerns me about all these leaks. These leaks sound beyond stupid. It's the stupidest things I've ever heard. However, it's DC, so they might do it. They might just do the stupidest things that you can imagine with these franchises, and I don't understand why. Now, I know there's issues with a lot of the movies, and I know that people hated Batman v Superman. I've talked about this a million times. Watch the extended cut, the director's cut, the rated R version. It's actually pretty good. A lot of people hated the Justice League. I hated the Justice League until I saw Zack Snyder's Justice League. And the movies have actually... The issues that the best movies don't come out in theaters, they come out afterwards, like the Snyder cut, like the rated R version of Batman v Superman. But they've done well in the box office. Like, I remember, like, I checked it out. Batman Begins made, like, less than 400 million in the box office. Man of Steel made almost 700 million. So they've been successful financially. Critics sometimes hate them, but fans love it. Honestly, critics are stupid. They're stupid, all right? Just usually go with the fans or go with like the very technical reviews. Those are pretty good. But anyway, so fans have enjoyed them, like 80% or something. So it's not bad. The Snyder cut got 90-something% approval from fans. So fans are loving them. And specifically, people love Henry Cavill. Like, Henry Cavill is fantastic as Superman. He said that he would like to do the role again, that he has the cape on the closet. So getting rid of Henry Cavill makes no fucking sense. And changing him for her makes definitely no fucking sense. This is a character that, first off, you don't know if people are going to like her. All right? You don't know if people are going to like the character. And honestly, I hate that this is something they did with the Supergirl TV show that just, I hate it. Is that they just kind of made Supergirl Superman light. Like, she had to deal with all the B Superman characters, and that really annoyed me. It's like, hey, Lex. All right, so at first, Superman deals with Lex Luthor, right? Well, Supergirl has to deal with Lana Luthor, which is stupid, and she's basically dealing with like the sisters or the cousins of the villains that Superman deals with, which sucks because, you know, Supergirl has her own villains. She can stand on her own 2 feet. She can actually take down a main guy. Whatever. Point is, you're bringing in an unknown with a character that's not, you're not sure if it's going to be popular or not, honestly, and you're not even giving her a sexy costume. What are you selling here? What are you selling here? Now, Henry Cavill was already beloved by a lot of people, right? People, he was already kind of a name. He wasn't the biggest name ever, but he was a name. Since then, his star has only shone that much brighter, all right? He's done The Witcher. He's done like the Mission Impossible movies. Everybody loves Henry Cavill. He's like the biggest nerd in the world, and everybody hates him because he's not supposed to be real. He's like a massive nerd who does the Warhammer stuff, which is, you got to be a massive nerd to do all that stuff. He does World of Warcraft, or did, and he's also like massively buff, could kick your ass, and he's a nice dude. Like, fuck that guy, man. But you respect him, and you like his, and he's committed to the roles. He's a damn good actor. So getting rid of Henry Cavill is the stupidest idea I've heard out of all of this. And it's not just getting rid of Henry Cavill, it's getting rid of Superman for Supergirl in the Justice League. And how are you going to explain that? How do you downgrade a character that way, right? Because let's just say on level of iconic Superman, it's probably the most iconic superhero of all time, right? Probably the most iconic. And so you're switching him, the most iconic superhero, for his cousin, and they're supposed to carry the franchise. Who's going to carry the franchise? So let's look at it this way. So you got, this would be the new Justice League. So you got the Flash, you got Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, you got Jason Momoa as Aquaman, you got Shazam. All right, so Zach Levi's Shazam. You got Batgirl and you got Supergirl. Who's going to be the head of this group, right? Who's going to be the head of this group? If you remember, in the Justice League, it was very clear. Batman was the head. Batman was the person who directed everybody. He was the coordinator. He made sure that everything happened. He got all the clowns in the car, and he made stuff happen. Superman is the muscle. Superman is clearly the most powerful out of all of them, and it was very clearly set up by the fact that they really tried to bring him back to life in the movie, the extended cut, and that he brought everything together. Then you got Cyborg. Cyborg, we don't even know if he's going to appear in any DC things anymore because the actor he kind of got in a massive fight with Warner Brothers. What the fuck are you doing? So, mistake getting rid of Batfleck, I think. But it's forgivable. Getting rid of Henry Cavill, dumbest fucking idea you can do. Because again, he made you guys money and the fans love him. So, and the movie was really good. Like his solo movie was extremely good. I understand it. So, moving on to the other stuff. So, one, I can almost guarantee that it's not true. I mean, it's not true. And so, again, one, I can guarantee that's almost not true. And that's where is he? That's the Shazam one. So, Shazam being a part of the Justice League, I can almost guarantee it's not true. Or at least my gut tells me that this is not true because the director himself, the director of the new Shazam movie, he himself said that he hadn't heard anything about Shazam being part of the Justice League. So director David F. Sandberg mentioned himself like, wow, he was taken by surprise when he heard this rumor come down. So could it be misdirection? Maybe. Did we expect Shazam to be a part of the Justice League eventually? Sure. But apparently it hasn't really been confirmed. And if you're directing the second Shazam movie, I'm guessing they want to set it up so that Shazam will end up kind of going towards the Justice League, right? Kind of going to go there. So that one, we can just eliminate it. Out of here. Doesn't make any sense. The director's cut, so Shazam out of there. I think he will be a part of the Justice League, but I don't think it's like part of the leaked plans or whatever. The new Justice League thing. So the new Justice League thing, I'm going to say that I hope it doesn't happen. Because the Justice League, honestly, you got, without Batman and Superman, who cares? Like, seriously, who cares? Who cares about the Justice League if you don't have the two, again, the most iconic superhero of all time and the coolest superhero of all time, the best. So you got Batman and Superman. What are you going to do without them? Now, bringing in Black Canary and Batgirl could be cool, but you know what that's called? It's called Birds of Prey, right? And Black Canary was already a movie called Birds of Prey, and guess what? It sucked because they didn't do Birds of Prey. And so, listen, I get it. Batgirl is cool, but here's the problem with most of the Batman characters. They are 100% dependent on Batman for us to care about them, or for them to be set up. At least, let's say 99% of them. Now, they can do all their stuff independently, but their best stories involve them dealing with Batman. Or, like say, for example, the most iconic Batgirl storyline would probably be what? The Killing Joke. Any guesses why a Killing Joke is the most iconic Batgirl story? Also, I don't know why they keep doing this thing about just getting rid of redheads. I don't know why DC hates redheads, but stop it. Redheads are awesome, but whatever. So you're switching Batman and Superman for Batgirl and Supergirl. I just don't see them carrying the weight that you're leaving behind. And so that's a terrible thing. So Black Canary also being a part of it, I could see it. Black Canary was cool. She did a reasonable performance, except the movie sucked. And so, whatever. Nothing too crazy there. The director's cut for the new Flash movie, I'm pretty sure that's fake news because the movie hasn't come out yet. If the movie hasn't come out, how are you going to say like, oh yeah, we're going to do a director's cut for this movie? Usually a director's cut happens when, the movie sucks and the director's like, oh yeah, I got to change some stuff up so it can be my vision. It's the studio who screwed me over. Now I get to do like my real vision, like what I really wanted to do, and it's usually a little bit better. So the director's cut, I'm calling bullshit on that. Now the biggest concern always is that they were going to delete the Snyderverse. The Snyderverse, honestly, that would be a true tragedy because again, 94% approval of the Zack Snyder cut of Justice, the Snyder cut of Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, 94% approval by fans. Getting rid of that is stupid. They should build upon it, but they're claiming that it's going to be erased. I'm gonna call BS. Oh God. They were listen, here's the issue. The Zack Snyder movies were building up to something and it looked like something pretty cool. You got Darkseid, however you say his fucking name, showing up and causing chaos. That looked to be massively interesting, massively cool. The problem is that a lot of stuff started branching out that made no fucking sense with the universe. Like the Wonder Woman movies don't make any sense with the Snyder movies. The Aquaman movies doesn't really make sense with the Snyder movies. The Shazam movie actually kind of makes sense. You could still accept it in that world. The Flash movie, who the fuck knows? So they started making all these things that don't really fit with the look and the tone of the Snyderverse, and the Snyderverse was building up to Darkseid, which was actually pretty cool and was pretty interesting. And so I think what they mean with the Snyderverse being erased is that, oh yeah, we're just not going to go in the direction of Darkseid, which is stupid. It would be massively stupid. It's a terrible idea. Why? Because it looked fucking cool, okay? And fans wanted it. Again, 94% fan approval score. That is crazy. Anything over 80 is good. It's really good. 90 something is, like that's like iconic level stuff. And again, fuck the critics. What you care about is the fans in that stuff. But whatever. So they want to get rid of Batman and Superman. Obviously, they have to get rid of Darkseid because most of the story about Darkseid is kind of linked with those two characters. And by massively linked, I mean massively linked. So there you go. Them erasing the Snyderverse would be a massive tragedy. It would be a massive tragedy. Will it happen? I'm not 100% sure. And it all comes down to, I don't think that Ben Affleck won't take the role again. So first off, I don't think they'd get rid of Cavill. So this is kind of what I think. Honestly, that's going to happen. I think somebody's testing out the waters. I've talked about this before. Somebody's negotiating in public. They want to see what the fan response is for a lot of stuff. And I think they're just testing the waters to see how people would feel about, let's say, a particular character not appearing anymore. It might be Affleck. It might be Cavill. If I have to make a guess, I think it's Affleck. And the reason why I think it's Affleck, it's because of an interview that he did recently. So Ben Affleck recently did 2 interviews, all right? One of them, in one of them, he said that filming the Justice League was the worst experience. Now, it has nothing really to do with the movie. It kind of has to do with his life. So here's what he says. It was really Justice League that was the nadir for me. That was a bad experience because of a confluence of things. My own life, my divorce, being away too much, the competing agendas, and then Zack's personal strategy and reshooting. It was just the worst experience. It was awful. It was everything that I didn't like about this. That became the moment where I said, I'm not doing this anymore. It's not even about like Justice League was so bad, because it could have been anything. Directing the Batman is a good example. I looked at it and thought, I'm not going to be happy doing this. The person who does this should love it. And you're supposed to always want these things. And I probably would have loved doing it at 32 or something. But it was the point where I started to realize it's not worth it. It's just a wonderful benefit of reorientating and recalibrating your priorities, that once it started being more about the experience, I felt more at ease. So it sounds like Affleck is kind of completely out of it, right? He's like, oh no, fuck that shit, I don't want to do it. He explains why he left the movie, directing the Batman movie, all this stuff. It's because his heart wasn't in it. It's because his life was a mess. However, in another interview, he more recent one, he said this about the Flash movie. All right, here you go. This is again Ben Affleck talking about the Flash movie. I've never said this. This is hot off the presses, but maybe my favorite scenes in terms of Batman and the interpretation of Batman that I've done were in the Flash movie. I hope they maintain the integrity of what we did, because I thought it was great and really interesting, different, but not in a way that's incongruent with the character. Who knows? Maybe they will decide that it doesn't work, but when I went and did it, it was really fun and really, really satisfying and encouraging. I thought, wow, I think I finally figured it out. So, an actor saying that he thinks he's finally figured out a character is, to me, a clear sign that the actor does not want to give up the character. Imagine, would you retire? Let's say you I don't know, you started playing golf, and golf is a pretty difficult sport, and it's not easy, and the swing is difficult and that stuff. And the day that you finally go to the golf course and you start hitting the ball right, and it starts going in, and you start doing and you figure it out how you do it, Would you retire from golf? Would you ever be like, fuck this sport, I'm not playing it again? No. Kind of makes you want to do it more. So this is why I think that's mostly like the Affleck camp that's been pushing these rumors. It's like, okay, they're trying to say that, all right, they're getting rid of Affleck, they're getting rid of Henry, and I think they're kind of like testing the water to see how the fans would react to them massively changing the DC Cinematic Universe current direction. And I think Affleck wants to keep going. I think it just because of based on what he said there. Maybe he's like, all right, I can leave on a high note. It's possible, but I don't think that he wants to give it up. And I massively think that we will be seeing him in the bat suit again. Now, as far as the rest of the stuff goes, the Flash deleting the Snyderverse, this is what Ezra Miller himself said. So he got sent a message by a friend, and the message says, fans are going crazy thinking the movie's erasing Zack's movies. They don't see the potential this movie will bring. And so this is the response that he gave. So I'm just going to show you here on the screen. So there you go. You can see it yourselves. This is, again, Ezra Miller replying on a text. No power or force in any known megaverse would or could ever erase Zack Snyder's mighty works. You can take that to quote. Take that to the bank, to the press, to the schools, to the military, and to other pillars of capitalism. I'm forgetting because of that thing where you try to think of a group of things and you always forget one of them. So, again, according to the star of the Flash movie, Ezra Miller, the Snyderverse will not be deleted. Again, this could just mean that they're going to change the direction. Instead of going into Darkseid, they'll go into something else. I think that's probably what's going to happen, and I don't like it. I really hope they don't do that, because what they were doing was working. Here's the tragedy of the DC Cinematic Universe. What they were doing was working. At first, not so much. Like, it had its kinks. But once they let the directors do what they wanted, it was working. Zack Snyder's the Man of Steel movie is fantastic. I don't care what people say. I love that movie. It's fantastic. Batman v Superman, the director's cut, the rated R version, is pretty good. All right, in fact, it's really good. Zack Snyder's Justice League, fantastic. Aquaman it's funny, it's a cheesy movie. Shazam, it's cheesy. It works. All right, they just kind of had to figure out a way to bring everything together. And the Flashpoint Paradox, all that stuff is an opportunity for them to do it. So if you're telling me that they're going to take the opportunity to bring everything together and use that opportunity to just fuck everything up, I would not be surprised if DC does it, because it's just 100% sounds like something that DC would do. And it sucks because I love DC. I love their characters, and I'm particularly, again, I'm a big Superman guy. I'm a big Batman guy. I love everybody else. Like, the Flash is pretty enjoyable, but there's a problem with speeders. Like, honestly. Let me see. Maybe because the Flash is not a burnout. What do you mean the Flash is not a burnout? Danny's game clips. I'm a little confused. Who's not a burnout? You mean the character? You mean the movie? What are you talking about? Anyway, so what was I even saying? All right. So yeah. So you have an opportunity to build up on what's already set up there. If you're creating or start from zero. Start from scratch. You know, you did the Joker movie. You're doing the Batman movie. Just pick something. Here's the thing. Just pick fucking something, because it's a mess. Everything is a mess, and it sucks to try to be a fan and try to be following along, and nothing makes any sense. Like, what the hell? This movie has nothing to do with the other movie except that it's got the same fucking actress in it. Just pick something and run with it. And the problem here is that they're picking the wrong stuff. Again, I don't think the leaks are true, because I'll just show you here the IMDb for the Flash, right? So here you go. Here's the cast and crew for the Flash. And it's interesting. So these are the confirmed actors that are going to appear in the Flash. And notice something that's interesting here. So you got Tamora Robinson as Tom Curry. You guys know who Tamora Robinson is? He currently plays Boba Fett. He played all the clones in the Star Wars movies, and in the Aquaman movie, he plays Aquaman's dad. You got Ben Affleck showing up as Batman. You got Michael Keaton showing up as Batman. Ezra Miller as Barry Allen. But you also have, interestingly enough, you got Michael Shannon. For those of you who don't remember, Michael Shannon played Zod in The Man of Steel. So what the hell is Zod doing here? Now, there's rumors that Henry Cavill and Superman will only be showing up in the movie in like news clips, but I don't think you have to put him like in IMDb credits if it's only going to be that kind of appearance. Also, you got another character here. what's her name? Damn it. What's her name? Farah Ui. Farah Ui also appears in the Man of Steel. So it's possible. I don't remember there being a fight specifically where Farah Ui and Saad are on at the same time. I don't know. The point is, nobody else here kind of shows up. Like, oh, you got Iris West, you got Nora Allen, you got Supergirl, but no mentions of anybody else to kind of be setting up anything new. The weird thing is, honestly, why the hell's Aquaman's dad in this movie? Why the hell? So again, Flash is concerning. I'm very concerned because of all the rumors that are coming out. Some of them have a little bit of logic to them. Most of them don't. And that's the scary part, because DC does stupid things like this. They do stupid things. They make stupid decisions. They completely change up things that are working for, I don't know, the lulz, just to laugh at the fans. Who the fuck knows would they do anything? They're fucking mad lads. Like, what would be the best thing that could happen in the Flash movie is that they kind of finally get rid of the Wonder Woman movies. Like, those ones suck. Those are terrible. Get rid of Birds of Prey. That one sucks. That one's terrible. Get rid of what else? What do you want to get rid of? Bring in the Green Lantern somehow, or get rid of the other movie. You know, make a Ryan Reynolds cameo and kind of just like get rid of that one too. So there's a lot of stuff they could do. They could introduce a Martian Manhunter. That would be fun. They could reintroduce like a Jon Stewart. They could do so many things. I don't understand why they would change Superman for Supergirl and Batman for Batgirl. They are not equivalent. They're very different. Their stories are very different. They have Batgirl has her own supergroup, which is the Birds of Prey. The problem is that they just fucked up the Birds of Prey in the stupid movie because they made it a Harley Quinn movie instead of actually making Birds of Prey. If they actually would have made a movie with Black Canary, Batgirl, and Huntress, it could have been pretty good, because they wouldn't have to be worried about all the dumb relationship shit with the Harley Quinn. But they fucked up. Also, what the hell are they going to do with Harley Quinn? I hope they disappear her too. What are you going to do with the Suicide Squad? The first one, disappear that one. The second one, okay, we'll see. I don't understand it. And I know that a lot of people are saying, like, well, the beauty of the DC cinematic universe is that not everything is connected, blah, blah. I get it, all right? I get Joker's not connected. That's cool. The Batman movies, they're not connected. That could be cool. But just build fucking something, all right? I think DC has better stories than Marvel. They have better characters for the most part, at least in terms of icons. Like, I know that the Avengers now are like huge, but back in the day, no, they weren't even close to Batman or Superman. Like, none of them in terms of how iconic they are. Like, a Batman movie could make as much as the Avengers movie by itself. Why? Because it's fucking Batman, and everybody loves Batman. He's the Spider-Man. He's the Spider-Man equivalent of DC, except cooler. So I don't know what they're happening. Just to wrap it up. I don't think that Shazam will be a part of the new Justice League immediately. Because again, they're doing a new Justice League, right? And supposedly it's going to be Supergirl and Batgirl and Shazam in it. I see Shazam being in there eventually. I don't see it now, again, because the director had heard nothing about it. So it's a surprise to him. So I'm going to go, I don't believe that one. Them getting rid of Ben Affleck, I could kind of see it, but I don't think he wants to. I think he's testing the waters. Getting rid of Henry Cavill, if they do that, this is the dumbest fucking decision of all time. Business decision. It's stupid. Just pay the man whatever he wants, because people love the character and people love his performance. If the Flash movies erases the Snyderverse, by that I mean that they don't go in the dark side direction, these are fucking morons. I'll probably stop watching the movies, because are you fucking kidding me? All right, you know what? I'll give him a chance. It depends on what you switch it with. So if you're gonna get rid of Darkseid, you have to replace him with something even more epic. So good luck with that. I also kind of wanted to see what the hell is going to happen with Jared Leto's Joker and Batman and the Apocalypse situation. But all right, I guess fuck me, I guess. Anyway, what else there? Switching Supergirl and Batgirl. I already explained how I feel about that. Black Canary being a massive part of the Batgirl movie. How about if you just give Batgirl her own movie? How about that? We don't need Batman, and well, we kind of, all right, if you're gonna do a Batgirl movie, you need Batman in there, that's for sure. But we don't need like Black Canary just to to take away, you know, some of a spotlight. You know what that tells me? It tells me that you kind of don't trust the character. You don't think it's popular enough. And you're like, oh, well, we got to add somebody else because this is an unknown or whatever. Like, no, it tells me that you don't trust it, because you need to add somebody else there to, you know, spice up the flavor, to make everything a little bit sexier. You don't do that with other characters. Let's say Batman, the first movie, it's just him and the Joker. That's it. They didn't add anybody else. That's everybody who they needed. The Man of Steel, just Superman and Zod. That's it. They didn't add anybody else. Who else? What are the I forget. Who the hell is the villain in the Aquaman movie? I don't even remember. You know, it doesn't even matter. That's the point. You don't need to add other people. You don't need to add other characters just to be like, ooh, let's attract. If you're gonna do Birds of Prey, do Birds of Prey with the appropriate characters, or let Batgirl have her own movie and see how it goes. Let her rise or fall by her own popularity. Don't try to add somebody else. It's stupid. Or give the other character her own TV show, her own movies, whatever. It's actually, you know, it's fun. I've been rewatching Daredevil, and there's, you know, the build up to the Defenders and all that stuff. It's fun to see them separate. It's fun to see everybody in their own show, kind of developing their own story, and then when you see them together, it's fantastic. It's kind of, you know who did that? You know who did? Marvel. Because everybody's got their own movie. Well, not everybody. And then all of a sudden when they come together, it's fantastic. Like, oh my God, it's a build-up. Do the build-up. The build-ups are cool. I don't know what you're doing. But all right. That's it. I'm done. I'll say the biggest issue here is that this sounds like the dumbest fucking decision of all time. And I 100% believe that DC is capable of doing it. Like 100% believe that they're that stupid. Because you have to be epically stupid to do it. And I think they're just that stupid. I think they don't give a fuck about the fans. I don't think they give a fuck about the directors. I don't know. I don't even know what they give a fuck about. I don't know what they care about. They lack direction up top. They lack somebody up top saying, no, this is stupid. We're doing this. We're going in this direction. We need focus here, people. They had somebody. They lost him. Zack Snyder, he's out of there. They should have kept. They should do whatever they can to bring him back. They're not doing that. They want to go a different direction. The new direction they're going to go is stupid. So, there you go. Hopefully I'm wrong. You know, I want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong, but we'll see how it goes. As always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Super Dario World on YouTube and on Twitch. Comments, questions, suggestions, these ways for you to contact me, be a part of the chat. Again, I think it's going to be 5 p.m. from here on out, at least Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. Tomorrow, I'm not exactly sure yet. I'll figure it out. If you want to send me something privately, you can do that on Instagram at Super Dario World and at DarioSDW. As always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.